Hello guys, Mike Martin here. This is video number 8 for the hybrid lead generation business model, especially for the rank and rent industry. Okay, this is going to start to get really exciting. Things are going to start to fit into place over the next 2 to 3 videos. You should be in a situation where you're ready to start making money and you understand exactly how the business is going to move forward. Okay, this is step 1 out of the 3 steps that we're going to do over the next 3 videos that are going to show you exactly how you're going to start to turn these things into cash, and then how you're going to follow the hybrid lead generation business model to turn them into even more cash, which is even better. Okay guys, so we started off with choosing your niche. We've gone through choosing your location, website framework, building your website, on-page and off-page SEO, and then our most recent video was Google My Business. Today we're going to look at why lead simplify, okay? Why lead simplify? See, lead simplify is kind of the glue that holds it all together. Start renting your websites, that's when you start making some money, and then the hybrid setup. So during the hybrid setup, that's what we're going to look at there, is you being able to increase the revenue generated from your websites reacting based on situations that's going on in your business. You'll like it. I'll show you when we get there. Spreading like a wave. Okay, so this is when you're going to grow your business. Once you start to generate some really good money, you're going to start to grow it. Outsourcing you, which is sacking yourself, and then you can either sell a business or you can retire. Outsourcing you has to come before selling the business, because what a lot of businesses are, I don't know if many people understand this, but what a lot of businesses are, the owner is the business. Okay, it's a lifestyle business. Without you, the business doesn't exist. In that situation, means the business isn't really worth anything. Okay, so then we'll look at sell and retire and rinse and repeat if you'd like to. So today we're going through why lead simplify, and the glue that holds it all together. See, I just said that a minute ago. Love it. The glue that holds it all together. Right, so what Lead Simplify provides for the rank and rent business model and the hybrid lead generation business model is contact forms and phone numbers that integrate with Twilio. Okay, now the integration is set up so that you can automatically sell leads that come in via form or phone calls on complete autopilot. So basically what that means is the system enables you to set your lead buyer's criteria. So if you set up your rank and rent guy to only receive leads in his own specific niche, and you give him a niche that's like Brian the Roofer, he will receive anything that comes in under Brian the Roofer, but you're also putting him in the roofing industry, and any additional leads that come in, and we're going to do this in video 10, any additional leads that come in will automatically be sent to him from other websites, because he's also been set up with his location and his radius, his preferred radius, where he'll go, how far away he'll work. You'll understand that a little bit better. The same situation with the phone calls. The system is designed, even if you haven't got a lead buyer in there, it will automatically go out and ring 20 local businesses for you on complete autopilot and make the first introduction. It's really cool. We're going to go over that a little bit more, but what I want to do today is just to make you understand a little bit better why lead simplify. Now, one of the main things you need to look at when creating rank and rent sites is NAP consistency, name, address and phone number. Now, we went through this a little bit in the GMB, okay, but it's a very important ranking factor, okay, very important ranking factor, because you'll be hearing, and I went through the Mafia video as well, which was your off-page SEO, but you hear a lot of other people talking about entities, right? And when they're talking about entities, it's just relevant stuff. There's stuff that's relevant to your business in your location, depending on whether it's industry relevance, whether it's location relevance, whether it's just relevant stuff. That's it. They make it sound super complicated by calling it entities, and they add these stupid words, but basically it's what it is. And one of the biggest things is your name, address and number. Now, any real business on this planet will have a legitimate, the same name, address and postcode. Now, I've purposely set up a GMB just before doing this to show you guys this, because I'm going to show you a little trick as well at the end of it in a few minutes. So let me just move on to this. Okay, so this is an image, and as you can see, the new GMB is at the top. You see where it says consistent even. So you've got Dorset Locksmith, you've got the address and you've got the phone number there, okay? Then you've got Dorset Locksmith, you've got the address and you've got the phone number there. They're consistent, right? And then you can see, okay, well, this hasn't got a Facebook page because there's no listing set up in Facebook for it with the address and the phone number. But if it was set up in Facebook, it'd say Dorset Locksmith and it'd have the address and maybe the phone number's wrong. What would it say? Inconsistent, okay? Now you can see here where the exact same phone number has been used. So what Google's done is gone out and it said, okay, Manchester Mobile Locksmith, Tibb Street, Manchester, M4, 077, right, so this site here, this GMB at the top here, unless we get this sorted, and this sorted, and this sorted, and this sorted, you're going to be in a situation where you've got inconsistencies across the internet. Okay, so it's essential that you set up with Lead Simplify to start out using your Twilio number, and you use the same number across all areas. It's going to put you in a situation where you can dynamically swap and change the people who receive the calls and set it up so that everything across the internet is completely consistent. Now, sorry about that. Now, the reason I'm saying you want to do this is because, as you can see, we've got these, and this is not the only areas. There's about 300 or 400 areas that this goes through, but I've used something that's got a history. Yours won't have a history, so you'll just have no listing, no listing, no listing, no listing. I'm going to tell you how to get a report like this for free soon as well. As you can see, Brown Book, no listing. 192.com, no listing. BizWiki, no listing. So on and so forth. Then I've got another one here from a completely different, it's got no address, but it's got the same phone number, so it's connected them. And it's like, okay, another inconsistency there across the internet. Now this is bad for your SEO. This will cause you problems with your SEO going forward, because you've got your inconsistencies. It not only does it stop you being as relevant locally, it means you're more relevant on a national basis, which means it's not going to give you as high priority as it would to a business that's specifically for that location. So if you're spreading national, it's not such a big deal to have a couple of inconsistencies, but as you can see, this has got inconsistencies running throughout. And again here's another one, Moore Lane, Lee. So we added it in central index. See the phone number? You've got the inconsistency. We added it into the Scotsman, MJ Martin Limited, give it a different business name, different address, same phone number. So what you can see is we've got inconsistencies running throughout the internet. So because we've got them inconsistencies, again, it's not going to be good. Now you want to get your business placed in all of these, and there's a few hundred of others of these that you can get them placed. I'm going to show you how to get a list of them and the easiest way to do it in a minute. Okay, so when we did a little bit of a report on the website, what we can see on this particular website that I'm showing you for this course, this Dorset Locksmiths, we've got 63% no listings. Okay, 63% without a listing. Then we've got 31% inconsistent listings. Now, no listing isn't necessarily a negative. You don't have to have it listed everywhere. But inconsistent listings, when you're trying to target a specific local area, okay, so you're trying to target a small, condensed community, those inconsistencies, especially if they've got different addresses from up and down the country and different things like that, can pose a problem for your business. Okay, and then we've got 6% consistent. So what we need, obviously, first thing to target is getting rid of the inconsistencies. First thing we'll do is we'll go into the listings that I've just shown you a minute ago, and we will claim these listings and get them changed over so that this becomes 37% consistent. Okay, that's essential. The inconsistencies, because we rank and rent, we're not trying to go after a national business. We're not trying to say, I want to rank for the whole country. If you're wanting to rank for the whole country, putting the same number on dozens of sites, I've never seen it affect SEO, not in any way, shape or form. However, if you're doing this on a rank and rent basis and you're just trying to target a very small area where you can send different customers, you get a different Twilio number for every single, you set it up with your GMB, you have to use postcards. You can't do the phone verification with Twilio numbers, but you can do it with a postcard. So you put your Twilio numbers on your GMB, you put your Twilio numbers on your website, you put your Twilio numbers on your supporting sites if you're going to use them to rank in the local area. It depends completely. You can put different phone numbers on them if you want. That's totally up to you, and redirect them through Lead Simplify. It's not a problem. It's only an extra $1 per number, so it's not a big it's not a big deal. If you've got 10 sites, $10 a month. If you can't afford $10 a month, you will be able to by the end of this course. But what we want to be doing is getting those consistencies up. And then if you just have a quick look at this report that I got run, as you can see, there's a little finger there where somebody's got the mouse on it. This has been taken as a screenshot. Right, amount of content. So as you can see, I've got 68,840 words on 10 pages, which is plenty. That's enough. That's what's alternate text. So your alt texting all your images is done. Broken links, non-detected. Headings, so it looks mostly well defined, but obviously there are a couple of inconsistencies. You can use the SEO Quake toolbar I told you about to do this for a quick report with this, but I like to get this report. But what you want to do is you get this report after you pretty much set up and you think to yourself, right, now I'm happy, and I could walk away and leave the site and throw backlinks at it because I'm happy, but then you want to get this report. Okay, I'll tell you how you get the report when I get to the end of this bit. Right, link text. So I've not got any optimized link text, so obviously that's something we'd want to look at. Sitemap, I don't have a sitemap. I never do sitemaps, I do internal linking. Sitemaps are great if you use Webmaster Tools and you want to upload it to it and get it indexed quicker and all the rest of that stuff. I've not got anything against sitemaps. I think they're great. Use them if you want them. I don't tend to use them, and I've never had any SEO problem because of it. It might take me a little bit longer to get indexed, but once they're indexed, they rank. Excuse me. Titles and descriptions issue found. You can use the SEO Quake toolbar to find out exactly what that is. Last updated 4 days ago. This is when we did it. Backlinks 20 websites. That says I've got 20 sites linking into this specific. There's no Twitter, no Facebook, no Google My Business, or that's incomplete. Now the incomplete listing is simply because I've not got any, I know this because it's not got any reviews yet. You need to start getting some rankings, you want some 5-star reviews, and then that'll say that that's been completed here. Videos, non-detected, so it means we've not got any videos on the website. Local listings, 12 found, 32 directories searched. Okay, listing accuracy, 94% accurate. Reviews, no reviews found, okay? So I've read through all that. So what you do, how you get this is a cool little trick, right? What you do is, let me go back to the first one, and you'll see who's at the top. Yell.com. Okay, so what I do is I set everything up, I get it all ready, I do all the stuff I want to do, and I think, right, okay, I'm pretty happy with that site. It looks okay, it looks half decent. I'll add it to Yell. You get a free listing on Yell. Within 24 hours, Yell.com, I don't know what it is in the States, but it'll be something similar. It'll be the similar company, and they'll do the same thing. They phone you up, right? And then what you do is you say, is there any chance we can get on a screen share and you can sort of show them what the problems are? I'm really interested in, I believe you do relationship management. This is a question. I believe you do relationship management, right? And it's online relationship management, okay? So somebody said you sort out all the directories and do stuff like this. Now, if you want to pay these guys to do it for you, it's 40 quid a month plus VAT, which is about 48 quid a month. It's not a lot, but it's a 12-month contract, so it's nearly 600 quid by the end of the year. However, what I do is I get them on the call and I set up a screen recording and I record the screen. Okay, and they give me all the answers, they give me all the questions, then I whip through the video and I take the screenshots of what they've shown me, and I can re-listen to the video, and they're telling me what they'll do and how they'll do it, and then I can just go off and do it all. Super, super simple. Right, I'm probably going to pay them to do this, but I'm showing you the way that you can do it if you're on a budget and you don't want to pay for that 50 quid a month service. You go through and you do it like this. We've got our Facebook group, guys. You should all be in there by now. If you're in our Facebook group and you're struggling with any little sections of this, how do I do this? How do I claim a listing? Ask in the group, okay? People will help you. We will help you. Okay, so you do that. They'll phone you within 24 hours, set up a screen recording, ask them the question about the relationship management and the directory thing they do, and they'll go through all this with you. And these consistencies, if you get all of these set up, there's about 200 that Yell show you. There's about 500 different areas that Google uses, apparently. You never know if Google's telling the truth or they're talking crap. But that's going to put you into a situation then where you're now consistent across the internet. You've got the same NAP, name, address, and postcode everywhere, okay? Name, address, and postcode everywhere. You want the same one consistently across, and that way you're then going to be in a situation where it gives you that complete local relevance. It rounds your business off. Not only a lot of people look at it. How I'd like to explain this actually is if you look at your website. So your website, well, there's your Google My Business, which is the I always set that up first, because everything comes off the back of the Google My Business and the website. Fit them two together first perfectly, and everything else is secondary to that, because obviously it's Google you want to rank in, and then obviously you follow Google's name, address, and postcode rules and stuff like that when you're doing this. But what I'd like to say is if I now go into Google My Business and my website and I change, sorry, somebody's driving a piece of shit car that's making a really big loud noise. I think you can probably hear that from a mile away. So what's going to happen is if you now go into your GMB and change the name of your business, your address, and your phone number, and do the same on your website, all of these are no longer connected to your website. It's kind of like building a house on foundations, okay? Because these are kind of your foundation. These are kind of, I know you put them in afterwards, but they're kind of your foundation. They give you that local relevance. They give you, they make you a solid object on the internet, okay? They give you that big network, and it's kind of like ripping the foundations out of a building and hoping it'll stay stood up, okay? So it's very important to get it this way, and Lead Simplify enables you to do this from day one. You get all of the right numbers, everything set up correctly. You're never going to touch that GMB. You don't need to touch it again. You don't need to change the addresses. You don't need to change any of this stuff, okay? You don't need to, so it's not necessary. So I'm just letting you know that. Obviously, if there's any problems, you just can ask in a group about how to do it. Hybrid lead generation model. Okay, guys, so also what Lead Simplify enables you to do is the hybrid lead generation business model. Now, the hybrid lead generation business model enables you, and I've done a video on my channel that shows you that you can go from earning like $4 grand a month up to about 15, 16 grand a month, I think it was. And I will do that in video 10. I'm going to go through financials in video 10. But I'm just going to give you an outline in this video of what it does. Sorry, I'm just getting my pen. Right, so the rank and rent method is very, 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 very simple. A lot of people might try and make it look complicated and make it look daft and all the other stuff, but it's like building a real world business. And if you think of it that way, it will work. So if you imagine like we're doing a building with the foundations, then that's exactly what we've just been looking at there. So you get your build, you get your rank, which we've gone through most in this video. You should be able to outrank most people. There are a few high level SEO tricks that I've not shown in this course, simply because in rank and rent, you don't necessarily need them, and they're very time consuming. And not only are they very time consuming, but they can also, they're not always as beneficial. This is the groundwork. So we've gone through the groundwork in this course. And then you rent it out. It's super, super simple. Now, the information we're collecting inside of Lead Simplify is the essential information you're going to need to sell these sites. None of this bullshit that the guys are not interested in. None of this stuff like, oh, we're ranking #1, we get 2,000 searches a month, the average person in your area does this, the average amount that a lead sells for in your industry. We don't care about any of that stuff. We don't care about none of that when you're trying to collect these guys as rank and rent customers. Okay, and I'm going to go through that a little bit more in the next video. Okay, the next video is about selling your websites, and I'm going to just talk you through quickly and easily the structure and the script. It's not going to be a long video. It's a very, very easy method, okay, but you need to rank your sites first. Get them up there, get them ranking. All right, when you start renting these sites out, you want the site converting as good as possible, because it's very, very difficult to increase the amount that you're going to charge a customer to rent the site when the site starts to do better. It's like, well, it's your job to make it do better. I paid to rent it, you've got to do your best you can. And that's their attitude. So what you want to do is really get it to a level where it's already performing quite well. It's not got to be in the Premiership yet, but it could be like 2nd division, 1st division football, and it could be doing okay. I don't know basketball, so I can't really give you a reference. And then spread like a wave. Now, the reason you want to spread like a wave is I'm going to show you in a minute on my little drawing pad, but you need to spread like a wave, because if you spread like a wave, it future-proofs your business, and it means that during the hiccup sections, you're actually in a situation where your sites are set up correctly, so that when you lose customers or when customers don't pay, you're in a position where you can still make money from their websites. And then, oh, there we go. I didn't know that was coming. Now issues will equal more money for you. Okay, so now an issue would equal more money for you. What I'm going to do now is just jump over to my website, and I'm going to click onto here. Okay, and what I want to very, very quickly show you. Okay, I've got that working. Let me move that out of the way. Okay, so what Lead Simplify enables you to do that nothing else will enable you to do. Okay, so let's say you get your rank and rent, and like I'm saying, you're spreading like a wave, so everybody should be a stone's throw away from each other. Right, and I like to use the plumbing industry as an example because it seems to be very, very popular. So what we do is we get 10 websites here, okay? Okay, 10 websites, and you're renting them out for $400 a month each. So $400 a month a website, okay? You get 10 websites, you're making $4 grand a month, yeah? 4,000 a month. Right, now, let's say this guy here leaves you, and this guy here leaves you, okay? In most situations, you would be in a situation now where you'd be earning $3,200 a month, okay, because you lost 2 clients. So now you need to try and rent this site out again. And you've got all these guys around renting sites. They're probably the first people you'll ask, okay, but it means making a phone call, it means getting them on board, it means showing them the statistics. They're going to be asking questions like, why did he leave? Why did the previous guy leave? Okay, what Lead Simplify now enables you to do is flick a switch, okay? So we flick a little switch inside this site. Let's just erase the cross, and we flick a little switch inside these sites, and it goes tick, tick, and we're turning them on. And what we're doing is we're turning them into pay-per lead sites, right? But because you've spread like a wave, all of the sites that surround, I'm putting little dots in each of them, by the way, all the little sites that surround are now within lead selling distance of these 2 websites, okay? So what will happen is every time a lead comes into one of these websites, rather than it just being a waste because you're not getting anybody buying it, your system will go out and automatically send the lead to this guy, 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 and it would even to this guy, but he's left you. So it's going to send it out to all these guys, and they're going to have the opportunity to buy it. Same situation here. It's going to send it out to all these guys, and they're going to have the opportunity to buy the lead. Okay, so you can sell your leads 25, 30. Now, I'm going to show you financials in a little while, but even if you're selling these leads, now plumbing leads, let's say you're selling these leads at $50, say you get 50 leads a month and you're selling them at $25 a piece, which is a pretty good figure, okay? You're then looking at $1,250 per website per month, okay? So straight away, you've just gone, sorry, I was just working out to make sure I'd not lied. I made a mistake on that. It's just 250 times 5. Yeah, it's right. Sorry about that. So now you've gone from, just by renting, but by selling the leads from this site, say it's 50 leads that come in, you sell them just once each. You've just generated $1,250. So that takes you then down to $4,450. Okay. And then you do the same with this site. So you got another $1,250. And you've actually just lost 2 clients, but because of the way Lead Simplify works, you're now on $5,700 a month income instead of $4 grand a month, and all you've done is lost 2 clients. Now that's not where it ends, but that's where I'm going to end it on this webinar. It's not on this presentation. So basically, what Lead Simplify enables you to do, the hybrid lead generation business model enables you to go in when you lose a client or when he doesn't pay his bill on time, flick a couple of switches. And I'll show you how you set it up in video 10. Flick a couple of switches and automatically you will be in a situation where those sites become pay per lead sites, and it will actually increase your income, even if it's a poor site and it's not doing very, very well. Now, the demonstration I'm going to show you in video 10 is probably 3 or 4 times this, and you're going to be shocked at how much money you can actually make by using the hybrid lead generation business model with your existing rank and rent network of sites. If you've already got sites, this is brilliant for you. If you're new to it and you're building it out, then let's build it this way, because as things grow and change and as people drop off, you're going to start earning a hell of a lot more money from losing clients than from getting them. You're not going to want to sell to these rank and rent guys anymore. You're going to want to go down the pay per lead model. But you have to move into that area slowly, because this is the easiest way to get started. And because of the way the hybrid lead generation business model is set up, it's pretty damn easy to do. Okay, let me just go back over to this. Next step, designed for full automation and growth. What else is it? Reactive lead generation strategy. I'm just reading things out, Anna. Sorry, I'm just reminding myself. Right, designed for full automation and growth. So what we're also doing with Lead Simplify is we're enabling your business to be designed for automation and growth without you doing anything. So it's automated. The growth process and everything else is automated. Reactive lead generation strategy. So what you're going to be doing is you're going to be working a reactive method and auto prospecting for leads. Right, so basically the way I've just shown you on there is if somebody leaves, you can react to that very, very easily and get rid of and start selling the leads off their sites instantly, straight to these guys. You don't even need to tell them you're doing it. They receive a lead and they're like, oh, it's asking me to pay for this. And you say to them straight away, oh yeah, sorry, you will receive leads because you're in that buying criteria for that location because of the way your system's set up, and then we've got another site over there and it's just come free, or we've just finished building another site over there and we've not rented it out yet. If you just want to rent them out and you say we've not rented it out yet, but I think what you'll do is once you start doing PPL on some of these, you'll sit back and you'll say to yourself, as soon as the site comes free, I ain't renting it out again. You'll probably cause arguments with your rank and rent guys on purpose so you can sack them so that you can use it as a pay-per-lead model, but we'll get into that a little bit more. Auto prospecting for leads. Okay, so now I'm going to go inside a Lead Simplify system. Okay, so I'm inside one of the Lead Simplify systems here, and I just want to show you really, really quickly. Right, so let's click onto the leads. Now this is used as a job management system, so this one uses jobs, so it gets very few leads coming into this system. But what I want to show you, sorry, my internet looks like it's running a little bit slow. Right, so there's a load of leads here that have come in recently, okay, locksmith leads. So let me click on this one, and if there's no matching lead buyers in the system, then I'm going to show you how we go out and prospect. It's absolutely awesome. It's really, I mean, you'll never have seen anything like it in your life, of how quick and how easy this makes it for you to prospect. So basically, sorry, what will happen is every time a form gets filled in, the lead will come into your system like this. It's going to look something like that. That's a real lead. It's going to look something like that. And down here, you're going to have matching prospects. So as you can see, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these are prospects that are already in the system, that have already been pulled into the system, right? And you can click on that, and you can send them a text message. Got a lead, blah, blah, blah. If you're interested, come over here. And what it'll do is it will get them signed into your system. Alternatively, if you make the phone call and you want to convert them to a lead buyer or a rank and rent customer, you only need their name, first name, last name, and email address. And what this will do is it'll take their postcode or zip code, if you're in the States, and it will set them up with a 10-mile radius of where they're based. Okay, 10-mile radius to start with. If you want to increase that, you can do that inside the system. I've got lots and lots of videos. I'm not going to go too far into Lead Simplify because we've got lots and lots of videos that show you exactly how to do that after you've set it up, and there's a full walkthrough on my YouTube channel about setting it up. But the important thing is, I need to check a different lead that's not got any prospects. 1 second, let me get another lead. Second one down, Dan. Yeah, it's a lead. So what you're going to do is you're going to click on the lead, and I'm going to scroll down, and we've got no lead back. We've got no prospects. Not a single prospect in the system. So when you're looking at it and you think, right, there's no prospects in the system. Right, let's go over to Google and search. Let's do this, let's do that, right? You can search for lead buyers there. Or there's a little button down here called Auto Import Prospects. So what you do is you click that, and then you click OK. Okay, so alert update successful. Scroll down the page. Say, this is the same lead. Oh my God, look at all the guys we've got. All of these people are in this industry, in this area, ready for you to import them straight into your system. You click on here and you can send them a text if it's not a landline. That's a landline. Mobile, at that one, you can send them a text instantly. Otherwise, you can phone them. And then when you want to convert them into a thing, you click there, add them, name, address, boom, done. So you've got a lead in their area and you can auto prospect from inside the system. Every single system, no matter what, even if you're only on $9.99 a month, has unlimited prospecting. So you can prospect as much as you want. Not only does it do this, just a very, very quick one, because people are probably thinking, okay, well, not everything's done via form, and it isn't. We've also got a phone system that if a lead comes in, right, you can set the phone number to auto prospect. What it will do is if you've got no lead buyers or you've got no rank and rent guide that match the phone number in the area, it will go out and it will ring 20 people in the industry automatically, and all of their phones will ring. Then it'll play a recorded message that says something along the lines of, there's a free lead on the line, if you want it, press 1. Please note that if you are interested in receiving leads from us, because we get a ton of leads in your area, then let's have a conversation. After they've received that first lead, you then phone them back and you run through it with them, and you onboard them. But I'm going to show you exactly how to do that in the next video. But I hope that helps you understand why Lead Simplify is so essential to this process. It's not only essential for the setup and it's not only essential for the dynamics, but it's also essential because it's going to make you a ton more money, especially when you hit into situations where most companies are losing money because they're losing rank and rent customers. A lot of rank and rent customers might turn around and say, look, I can't afford $400 a month for this website. Like, no problem at all. You just pick and choose and buy the leads you want. No problem, see you later. You'll make more money out of him because he's picking and choosing the leads he wants, but then you also can sell to all the other people in the location, and you can auto prospect and get as many lead buyers onto your system as want, and then every time a lead comes into the system, it will automatically distribute and sell the lead to people in the right location, in the right industry, every single time on complete autopilot. It's like a pay-as-you-go system for your lead buyers. Anyway, hope you like this video, guys. I will see you in the next video. And one second, I will see you in the next video where we will go back through, start renting out the websites. Sorry, I completely forgot, and I thought, you know what, rather than pause the video and try and figure it out, start renting out the websites. So the next one, we're going to look at renting out the websites, and I'm going to give you an overview of the script that you should use when you're trying to rent out these websites, how to best rent out these websites to these people. Now, you're still going to be in a situation where you have to pick up a phone. Unfortunately, there's not much we can do about that. You can send the email system, you can auto post them, you can do all the other stuff. I've never found a more efficient way of doing it than picking up the phone. I know people don't like to talk to people, but unfortunately, we're still human beings, even though we all live behind computers these days. And picking up the phone and talking to people gets a lot easier after you've done it 2 or 3 times. You just have to break the ice and do the first few. And they can't see you, so stop being nervous. Anyway, guys, hope you loved that video. Thank you very, very much. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers. Bye-bye.